Executive Officer for Parkinson's Society Manitoba. And as you can see, I'm surrounded today by Ron White and his wife Roxy and their family. And they're going to say a few words about the Parkinson's SuperWalk and about their experience in living with Parkinson's. They are a model family in terms of dealing with Parkinson's with dignity and grace. And with no further ado, I'm going to turn the mic over to Ron's daughter, Sandy Bassett.
Good morning. I'll never forget the day 10 years back when my father Ron announced to myself and two brothers living in Alberta that he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. What struck me first that he was actually thankful that it was not considered terminal. This, of course, was at the time of Michael J. Fox's battle, so we were familiar with the disease. As his battle progressed, I found his dependency on my mother increased. He's one of the lucky ones who has a loving, hard-working partner who happily gives up her time and energy to become a full-time caregiver. Not everyone is so lucky. We share a lot of time together at our cottage in the summer and see how he struggles. He built a dock he can no longer walk to the end of and bought a boat he can no longer use. Any cottage repair lies in the hands of my mother Roxy or my husband Ted. We know Mom's eagle eye monitors his every move. Even my children know when to yell out, "Pill time." There are so many more symptoms than meet the eye. More and more, I kept hearing about the Parkinson's Society and its members, along with the many support groups my parents became involved in. At this point, I felt it was my duty to learn more about this organization and how I could help. My daughter Alyssa and myself joined the advocacy committee, and my husband Ted and son Sam joined us in helping at the SuperWalk. We see firsthand how important the money raised by the SuperWalk helps fund the programs my parents rely on. With the average age being 60, a typical Parkinson's patient has raised their children and contributed to their communities. Now they suffer with a quiet grace and dignity as my father does. Every minute of the day, they fight their battle, simple things we take for granted. This just means that we must work harder to raise awareness for this disease. On behalf of my family, we thank you for your time today and for your support in helping find a cure for Parkinson's disease. Thank you.
My turn. Can you hear me okay? I consider myself to be most fortunate on a number of matters in spite of the negatives that Sandy had mentioned relate to the disease. I'm fortunate that my wife and I were able to enjoy 15 years of post-retirement activity before this disease began to limit my ability to undertake various activities. I'm fortunate to have a wife who has accepted the role of caregiver, making my life bearable. I'm fortunate to have a daughter, son-in-law, and grandchildren here in Winnipeg to accept my situation and limitations and participate in activities that the Parkinson's Society of Manitoba sponsor. Our two sons located in Alberta provide as much long-distance support as is possible. We're fortunate to have an organization like the Parkinson's Society of Manitoba to provide leadership and resources for persons living with Parkinson's. Participate in programs such as exercise classes, support groups, caregiving programs, lectures by medical and other professions, and so forth. And finally, we're fortunate to have the SuperWalk as a means of raising funds for continued and expanded research into causes and cures, the expansion of programs and activities for persons living with Parkinson's. We know the people of Winnipeg and beyond will respond to the need. Thank you for your support.